you talking about top 3. They try to tell me it's nachos, a bodega the way that I chop cheese. Secondhand can't clock me. I'm talking this hours, no 15 minutes could ever just stop me. Know where I'm getting my power, but truthfully don't really deal in the problems. Just Godspeed.
Hello and welcome to Sunday Night NBA action here on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. Victory eluded them last time in New York when they faced the Knicks.
And it was an awful game defensively. They lost the individual matchups and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
Here's Hield. After the basket by New York on the other end. Clock at 6. Off the mark with the floater. Here's Knipple. He's got 15. Pass to Cunningham. Pulls up. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now. This should be a real chess match tonight, Grant. These teams both love to get set up and run their plays.
Yeah, you know, B.A., you got two patient teams who execute on exactly what their coaches drawn up for them. Trusting in ball movement to find their shots is a key.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
Number 21, Morris Weston.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. Cunningham, right side. And that one's good. Cunningham's got 12 points.
Great touch there from Cunningham. He's so skilled.
Here's Siakam. Soft touch off the glass.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And it's Zaire Williams with a foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
Here's Cunningham. He's got 12. To the inside. Wiggins. And he goes in for the dunk.
Just springing off the floor. Wiggins showing his athletic ability.
Man, Andrew Wiggins is a great sidekick, Stan. He can also be a leading man at times.
Well, you know, B.A., a wing with his size and knack for scoring will always be welcome. And with the way he's improved his defense, you have a solid two-way play.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
Back to Harden. That one's good. 2 for 8 now.
I mean, with the ball in his hands, Harden's as creative as anyone.
Pass to Knipple. Lets it go from deep. And it's Orlando with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Williams from long range. That one misses. He's 1 for 3.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Knipple with a bucket.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
Well, Grant, you look at James Harden's capacity to generate offense. He is still at an elite level.
Yeah, a virtuoso with the rock. Even as he slows down, his ability to change pace keeps defenders off balance and creates for himself and others. It's just a thing to marvel at.
The shot, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Back to Hield, pass to Wagner. Outside Hield. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Harden misses.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
Pippen left side. New York working the ball around now. Here's Cunningham. And here's Knippel from the arc. Out to the right wing. The three. Connects from downtown. Knippel's got 15 points.
Another great pro from my alma mater, Con Knippel, making a name for himself. I mean, this guy has a fantastic game.
And the basket by Siakam.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Out to Hield. Let's go with a three. And another three for Orlando. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
Substitution on the court.
It'll count. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first.
The Knicks, 16.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Knicks.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Now here's Edey. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Here's Knippel. That three's off the mark. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Guys, back over to you.
Able to dial it in. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Now here's Edey. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game.
Great positioning. DiVincenzo stays ready to fire the moment he gets the ball.
Here's Cunningham. They lead by 4. Drills it from deep. Knippel's got 15 points.
That's his third triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Here's Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
It's so sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
First team foul.
To the right side. Here's Champagnie. And again, New York with the triple.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And the dunk by Edey.
Come on, B.A. Emphatic slam from a player who does it better than most.
Oh, defense optional when the freight train is coming.
Well, if you give up that lane that easily, you got to expect he's going to attack the rim with some force.
And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
A knockdown shooter if I ever saw one. Con Knipple is a constant threat on the perimeter, Grant.
Yeah, Knipple is a high-level floor spacer. He has a great feel for the game and makes solid reads. Plus, his strong frame allows him to match up with bigger wings.
Back to Cunningham. From outside the arc. Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
Stolen. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. Here's Edey. Pass to Jamison. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. They'll pin that one on DeAndre Jordan. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for one, Antoine Jamison.
And that one misses. And when a team is able to play different ways with lineup versatility, how valuable is that to you as a coach?
Well, look, B.A., the best teams simply have to be able to win in different ways. They've got to be able to win with their offense, win with their defense. They've got to be able to win in an up-tempo game. They've got to be able to win in a grinded-out half-court game. If you've only got one way you can win, the best opponents will be able to take that away. Versatility is a must.
It's good.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And he makes it. Edey's got his second basket of the night.
Well, when Edey gets strong inside positioning like there, just let him go to work because he can overpower defense.
Magic trail by 9. Pass to DiVincenzo. Knocks down the long K. DiVincenzo's got 6 here in the quarter.
Listen, when he entered the league, DiVincenzo was not a great three-point shooter, but he certainly worked himself into it.
Now here's LeVert. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. The putback. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. For 3, Collier. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Knicks out in front, up 6. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Inside. Pass to Wagner. Here's Siakam. And Siakam with the slam!
Wow! Siakam putting something extra on that one. Just a gifted player with style and substance.
And while they've continued to progress into an elite defense, the Magic knew they had to improve offensively.
When balancing a roster is tricky, B.A., you don't want to lose that defensive identity, but you got to give up something to get something back.
Orlando with the ball. After the basket by New York on the other end. Siakam for 3. Drains the triple. Siakam's got 9 points.
He's shooting well, doing his best to keep this offense in gear, but he hasn't had a lot of support.
Chalk up 2 there. And the Knicks lead by 5.
And he's looking to get on a roll here to start the second half.
Well, that's how to start the second half strong. Going right at the rim and building some positive momentum.
Williams misses. Here's Cunningham. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound. And Harden's got the ball here for the Magic. After this game, they can look forward to Boston, where they will match up against the Celtics. That's the first of a 3-game trip out on the road for them. Orlando moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Pass to Hield. Orlando needs to get off a shot here. Siakam for 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Impressive closeout on a skilled shooter. That is how you defend shots from downtown.
There's a screen by Wiggins. Oh, hammer it home!
Nice.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Outside, Williams. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Williams has got his first points of the game.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Pass to Knipple. Back to Cunningham. There's the triple. Cunningham attacks for three.
A little back and forth from Cunningham. He's gotten comfortable from three-point range.
Outside, Williams. Here's Siakam. Excellent D there from Wiggins.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Now here's Cunningham. Over Williams. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, they need Cunningham to be effective from that mid-range area.
Stan, Rudy Gobert. He can be a double-double machine, but his real importance is on the defensive end.
Yeah, he's been named Defensive Player of the Year 4 times, which is tied for the most in NBA history, B.A., and he's been the anchor of multiple top-ranked defenses throughout his career.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. Well, the NBA is cutthroat. All-star Kevin Durant said, you've got to build up that dislike for guys that you're competing against. You can't be friends while you're on the court. It's a dog-eat-dog world, especially when you're at the level of greatness. You don't want anybody to take that thing you've got. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. So both teams changing it up here. That one misses. And offensive rebounding, one of Rudy Gobert's specialties, Grant.
Yeah, in some games, over half his points come from second-chance opportunities. And you know, B.A., even when you block him out, he can reach right over you and get that board.
You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A., Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
New York shooting their second and third shots at the line here. And he makes both free throws. Magic trail by 10. And Harden gets the double team. From behind the arc, gets the three ball to go. Harden's got 5 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Champagnie. LeVert outside. Shoots over DiVincenzo. The shot by LeVert, no good.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
And another free for Orlando.
You can drop DiVincenzo anywhere on the arc, and he'll get it lined up. He knows all the angles.
Here's Jenkins. No points so far. DiVincenzo with the steal. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Kicks it out to Siakam. No good on the buzzer beater. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. Knicks out.
44.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And so Cunningham will bring it up for New York. 2-point game. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game of the Nets. And that'll be the 4th game of this 5-game road trip. Pass to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Here's Cunningham. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
Well, he's always on the hunt. Cunningham's next shot is never far off.
Siakam outside. And it's New York with a rebound. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Back to Cunningham. Four on the clock. Cunningham proves he's got some touch.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And the basket by Hield.
Yeah, no hesitation from the veteran Hield. A dangerous scorer in these catch-and-shoot situations.
Pass to Cunningham. Here's Pippen. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. And the Knicks lead by 4.
Give them credit. They fought hard to get back into it, and now they're rewarded with the lead.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Edey inside. Gobert pulls it down. The Knicks with the lead. Pippen left side. DiVincenzo with a steal. Jacks up a three. Ooh, the shot misses. Outside Harden. Screen by Edey. And it's Harden penetrating. Here's DiVincenzo. They set a pick. Picked his pocket. It's LeVert on the wing. And they call an illegal screen here.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
And it's the Magic with the ball. 7-point differential. Now Siakam. Gobert pulls it down. There's a minute 54 left in the final quarter. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
And primarily in college, Knippel was used as a floor spacer, a guy who is lethal from range. But he showed signs of being able to make plays and crash the glass as well. Plays with a bit of quiet intensity, but Wiggins has shown the ability to rise up in the big moments.
And stolen by Gobert. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Gets it to go.
Wow. Huge points from Knippel, the youngster, ready for a big moment.
No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer.
Now Wiggins. Oh, stolen by Harden. Here's Siakam. Edey outside. Now DiVincenzo. Here's Knippel. Wiggins outside. For three. Cash from downtown.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Yes, sir, with the three.
Well, when Harden isn't scoring, he's setting up his teammates.
And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
Another chance. Edey rips down the board.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Yeah, they need everything to break their way at this point if they're going to rally back.
And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.